I freaking love the indie game space for some of the creative, some of their like weird blending of genres. And Jolly Punch Games have released Robodunk, and this game is freaking fantastic. If you haven't checked out Robodunk, you've never heard about it, this game is a weird like arcadey basketball game mixed together with like roguelike elements. It sounds crazy, it sounds off the wall because it is exactly that. Robo Dunk is chaotic, it's phonetic, it's crazy in all the best ways. It's the perfect pick up and play roguelike game as well as an awesome couch co-op game. You can play this game campaign co-op, or you can play like competitive, 2v2, 1v1, etc. So far, my time with Robodunk has been freaking awesome. From the flashy dunks that make you soar into space and crash land on the hoop, to some of the really crazy fun modifiers that really change up how you play, where you want to play, etc. This video is going to be me shedding some light on Robodunk, an awesome, amazing indie game that if you haven't heard of or if you haven't been playing it, you definitely need to. This is a must get. Alright, so first things first, I've been playing Robodunk on my Nintendo Switch, and again, it is a fantastic game on the Nintendo Switch. Honestly, anywhere you get it, but for me, this is a perfect style game for the Nintendo Switch just because it's a perfect pick up and play. You can get tons out of this game if you're playing for hours or if you're just playing like a quick couple rounds. This is a perfect game for portable play. Whenever I pick up a game on the Nintendo Switch, one of the things I always want to consider is how does this game play on the TV as well as how does it play handheld. And I'm happy to say that for both handheld and on the TV, it plays perfectly. It plays amazing, and it definitely transitions very well from portable as well as docked. It's a game that just makes sense for the hybrid nature of the Nintendo Switch. So let's get into what this game actually is. At its core, at its heart of hearts, this game is an arcadey basketball game. But you switch out, your athletes, your more athletic type of basketball players, and you swap them in with robots. Robots equipped with, barrier shields, long jumps, missiles, rockets, mines, tons of different things. And what's really, really cool is this game is outfitted with tons of different style robots that have different ways of playing. From your heavier set robots that really focus in on tackling and getting the ball, and then your faster robots that could clear the screen in a couple of seconds with tons of modifiers that make every run slightly different than your last. So these modifiers are what make this game a roguelike. So how it really works is after each round of gameplay, you normally get like a couple of additional like modifiers, things like being able to run fast, jump higher, bigger shield, etc. Things like that are gonna like help add to your mechs, to your robots, and make them play just that much better. And as you kind of run through different levels, enemies will get harder, different mechs will be introduced with different like modifiers that you're playing against, which just makes things again more crazy. And it's one of the things that when you play at first, it feels crazy as it is. But as you start piling on modifiers and modifiers and modifiers, and you're running faster, jumping higher, bigger shields, bigger ammo, game gets absolutely insane in, again, all the best possible ways. Alright, so I want to talk a little bit about the different modes that Robodunk has to offer. You don't have a tons of options as far as different modes. You have your campaign, which is like your story that really explains to you what Robodunk is, the world that you're living in, a bunch of information on like the different teams and the different like bots. You also have endless mode where you just go, round after round after round until you lose, consistently stacking up modifiers. And then you have like, your regular multiplayer where you can play against somebody. The campaign is also co-op where you can play alongside one other player. I haven't tried any of the multiplayer, any of the co-op yet. honestly, like when I play the game, I can't imagine trying to like play with a team with another human, just because I want to have complete control of the chaos. Because I think if you add another person, it just sounds like absolutely crazy. But I definitely want to check it out, and I don't know, maybe I update this video with like if this game, could be played better with somebody else. Overall, the gameplay is really, really, really where this game shines though. It's how fast everything is moving, how flashy everything is. Again, how crazy the modifiers. The modifiers add a lot to the replay value of this game. So even though you really just have like a couple different modes that all pretty much boil down to playing robot basketball, it's the difference in what modifiers you choose, which robots you choose, which like levels you play against, which teams you're playing against. That's what's gonna really, really, really change up the way you play this game and add tons of replay value as far as how, which modifiers you stack up to which robots you pair up to a team. And a lot of this sounds like, oh, how much difference could it really make? But believe me, as you start adding the different like stat boosts and stuff like that, it gets very, very addicting, where you wanna have just like this elite robot that runs fast, jumps high, slams hard, etc. And one of the big kudos that I want to give out to the development team is this game is actually pretty difficult at times. It starts off like somewhat simple, but it definitely ramps up to the point where there's been a lot of really close calls with a lot of these matches where the AI, they do not mess around. The bots that play against you are out there to win and crush you, and you feel it. There's been a lot of really heated moments throughout playing endless mode, throughout playing the campaign, where again, I really, really thought I was gonna lose the round. I haven't lost yet, because I'm a true gamer. I do this, but again, it's a lot of really heated moments that add to just the experience, that make it more fun. Because I feel like if this game would be, this gameplay is awesome, but if you're not playing against something that really challenges it, then it wouldn't really shine as much as it does. But because the bots are so fun, again, this is a great game that you can play just by yourself if you don't have anyone else to play with. But it's a game that you can also play if you have other people. So, I don't know, bang for your buck money-wise, I guess. All in all, I think Robodunk is a really fun, interesting blending of genres that adds something different to, modern day gaming, things that I don't really see too often. I'm someone who grew up with a lot of like arcadey basketball games, things like Street Hoops, things like And One, a lot of really fun, like more flashy style of basketball games, and we haven't really seen or got that in a long time. It's really just 2K or whatever, and those games are cool and all, but sometimes it's fun just to have a game that's just fun. And when you add in the roguelike elements, when you add in the movements of the different robots, it's definitely a really fun, in-depth game that anyone could really pick up, because it doesn't really throw everything at you all at once. It eases you in slowly, where I really could see anyone picking this game up and having fun, because yes, it is weird and quirky, but it's also surrounded around basketball, a game that a lot of us are familiar with. So it's pretty easy to understand the rules from the get-go. You're one team against another team. You want to get the ball into the hoop. It's a very common concept that a lot of us are used to and understand. So when you add in some of the weird quirkiness, it just kind of fits in like properly in place without your brain having to like force it in there. It just kind of fits naturally. The gameplay is very intuitive, and it's just really, really fun. Overall, you guys, Robodunk is an easy recommendation to pretty much anybody. If you never heard of this game, or if this is your first time hearing about it or whatever, definitely check it out. It is a must get. I can't see anyone not liking this game. I'm gonna end this video here with my final thoughts. Just again, easy recommendation, pick up Robodunk. I can't recommend it any more than just it's freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. Like the video if you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing, as we do have other type of contents, other reviews, impressions. We do live streams sometimes, so definitely check it out if you guys are interested in it. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video.